Hello! How are we doing? My BGM is super loud, so like, really quickly, let me just turn on the game so I can turn off the BGM because it is so distracting. It is genuinely so distracting. I put a cable tie, well, it's like a cloth cable tie thing, like a cable, I don't know what to call it. Anyways, why is everything so loud? Oh, it was just my headphones. That was my bad. Anyways, so, English. Wait. Oh my god, this game is already going into a freaking cutscene. Hold up. Let me find you again, darling. Okay, now we're good. Anyways, so, why is he not showing up? Ah, okay, lovely. Sounds crazy, right? How can one live in a ball? And how would he know about the supposed bottom of it? We've been living on the wall for several generations at least. And so far, no one has found even a hint of a... Yes, it's a wall. And that's it. If it weren't for the Zyrex. Zyrex are these insect-like creatures. Think Zerg, except they added a extra Y and a X to it. And took away the G. You know? The only chance of surviving in such an expedition is your robo spider. Yes. This is a good game, by the way. I have a save. The thing is, I can use the save or I can just start a new game. Honestly, I feel like I should show you guys what the beginning stages looks like. Even though this is just you keep playing even if you play casually. Oh. Okay, this is still really freaking loud. Oh, that's so much better. I can hear myself think. So, this is funny because okay, I've had a super long day, which is why I'm a little bit out of it. My day started at like 6 a.m. I slept at like 12 a.m. last night. I woke up at 6 and then it was like clockwork. I swear to God. I like woke up at 6, put my focaccia into bake, which, remember how I told you guys I got my cups in and stuff and so I'm gonna bake because I was like so excited and I'm genuinely so glad I did because I found so much joy in it and I frankly think it's gonna be like a nightly thing. I just like go to sleep, let my focaccia rise, wake up in the morning, make some focaccia. Like, look at me in my very eyes and tell me that doesn't sound delightful because it does and it is. The focaccia was so good. I feel like I need to make some adjustments though because like, first of all, it was like not salty enough, but that's fine. You can always remedy that by adding like more salt on top or, you know, like you put like bunch of butter on it. So it's like not that big of a deal. The not having enough salt part isn't the problem. The problem is I feel like the dough wasn't hydrated enough. Like it was about 50% hydration for the dough. I feel like I could go up to a 75. So I was using half a cup of water. No, a fourth of a cup of water with a half a cup of flour. Right? So I feel like I can go a third of a cup of water and half a cup of flour. Don't ask me how the maths works. It does. It is still like around 75%, more or less. Or more like 66% hydration, I guess. If you really think about it. Either way, it's not the issue isn't that it's this much percent hydration. It's that 50% just wasn't cutting it for me. Even though the crumb was freaking perfect, the outside of it was like very dry. So, I mean, the other thing would be to like spritz it with a bit of water or like do like a little bit more. I mean, but it was plenty of oil. So I wonder if like the water trick is gonna work. I can't decide. I will figure that out later. Or maybe I baked it too long. That could also be a possibility. So focaccia was the first thing I did this morning. And like I put it in the oven and then sat and waited for it to bake. The reason I had so much time to wait around was because I woke up at 6 a.m. My class is at 9 and I normally leave the house at around 8:30 so I can reach almost on the dot at 9 a.m. I would leave earlier. Normally, like, I try to leave as early as possible So I aim to leave by like 8:15. But it turns out it becomes like 8:20, 8:25. So by the time I'm leaving, it's like 9:30, right? I have talked a lot today, so my voice is also a little bit worn out. And it was also a Friday, which means performances, which means I was clapping and hooting and also singing a lot. Singing a lot meaning I did like 2 songs. One was harmonies and the other one was harmonies and the main melody, because that was my performance song for this week. But that's a whole different story. This is why this day was so good, right? I like Fridays already. They're one of my favorite days of the week, especially when it comes to classes. I like every single day, frankly, but I feel like Fridays are the contender to be one of my favorites, along with like Thursday and Monday. And that only leaves Wednesday and Tuesday, and I have 1 class each on that day, and I also like that class. Actually, I have no favorite day of the week, but if I had to pick one that I would relive again, it would be a Friday. Why? Because first of all, I have a morning theory class. Now that isn't that exciting. It's not even that much theory as it is just like a generic composition class. I wouldn't say fully generic, because like our teacher will be going some deep into some composition stuff, but the first semester is more of like a refresher plus some in new concepts that hopefully people already know, but if they don't, this is, you know, the new thing for them. But that's not why we're talking about this. The 9 a.m. class isn't something I'm super excited for because it means waking up super early, but I'll take it because the rest of the day is freaking banger. Also, I love the teacher for that class, so I actually don't mind it at all. I think she's so good. My voice is so gone. Anyways, that's my pop composition class, and it was great. And I got out of the class, I started eating my freaking sandwich that I made out of the focaccia I baked. I haven't baked bread in like at least I think 2 years, or like no wait, a year and some. Like the last time I baked bread, I was at home, and that was all the way in 2024, and it had been quite a few days because my sister was taking over the baking person role. She suddenly decided she wanted to bake more, and then this is her thing now apparently. So I've been sending her recipes that I want to try. But now that I have cups and measuring spoons, like I can do that here. Although I must say, I feel like everything is more expensive here. Psychologically, it gets to me. I'm like, oh my god, I'm spending so much money, and for what? But making your own food is frankly a great way to save some money, and in the long run, making my own focaccia is definitely more money saving than it is buying an extra bottle of olive oil or something. That's not why we're talking about this. It's because I woke up at like 6 a.m. on the dot. I woke up, I went outside, I made myself I put the focaccia into bake. I made myself some noodles to have with some leftover soup from the night before, so I had tempura for lunch yesterday, and whenever I go to this one tempura place, because it's the same place, I always go to the same place because they have good tempura, good prices, and they have a vegetarian bowl that is not heinously expensive. I just have to, like, if you compare the price of, you pay $17 at a different place that's specifically a vegetarian restaurant, or you pay like $10 at a tempura restaurant, that might not necessarily be fully vegetarian, but you know, you're gonna get tempura, like good tempura, because it's like from Japan, like the franchise is from Japan. That's not the point though. So I go to the $10 tempura don place, and they have quite a significant sized bowl, and I can, like, if I really do want to finish it, I can, but I will be uncomfortably full for the rest of the day. Like, it's not like it's for a little bit, so it's whatever kind of day, you know? You know what? Let's just play let's do it. No. Okay, let's just play on my casual one. I have quite a few things here, so I'm not gonna show them to you guys just yet. I just have increased durability and some like rocket launchers and a better engine. So that's a good thing, because like we definitely need those. I'm looking on the hunt for the next masking plate, but actually before that I would like to get the hook or the turbine. It doesn't matter though, because like what we're trying to do here is actually just play the game. It's quite simple. Hello. So like after my composition class, which, okay, I wasn't falling asleep, but one, it's super cold in that room, and two, it's so early in the morning, or that it's not even that I've just woken up, right? It's like, it's not that I've just woken up, because I've been awake for at least 2 hours before that, but it's just like the exhaustion of the previous day bleeds over, especially since I have the tendency to, like, you know, um, what's the word? I have the tendency, like a really bad habit, to stay up later than I should be staying up, okay? Which is why I normally like to make sure I sleep at a decent time, especially on days I have to wake up early. Now you'll be like, oh, Mew, does that mean you slept at a decent time? I mean, I slept at 12, which is not really a decent time, but like, I'll take what I can get. I had errands to do. All of those things were going to, of course, take time, so I did what I had to. Okay, let's get this. Anyways, so right, my class finishes, I go and get myself some food, which is like the appropriate thing to do because that's what I was looking forward to. And my food was the lunch I packed for myself, which was a focaccia sandwich. What was in the sandwich? You might be like, oh, Mew, what was in the sandwich? It was literally just butter, cheese, and bread because like I didn't have the energy to actually cut more stuff. I sleep at 3 a.m. so you're not that bad. Okay, normally I also sleep that late. It's only on Thursdays that I try to sleep early because I have to wake up at like 6 a.m. My flatmate keeps saying like there's literally no need for you to wake up at 6 a.m. for a class that starts at 9 a.m. But like I have a full day ahead of me and I have to like make my lunch and shit. So like I would rather wake up early than have to do this like hurried, you know? Oh my god. What? How are they here already? What? Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the counter. Dang it. Ugh. Okay, that's on me. Okay, nice. Oh, wait. Upgrades. Let's just get some upgrades for ourselves. Let's get a machine gun upgrade. Yes, I wanna get an... I can't decide. I mean, I think I can get both. That's so nice. Lovely. We have upgrades, guys. Okay, we keep going. So what's this game about? Basically, in this game, you are on a world, or well, on your world that suddenly has this giant wall, and you have to... The wall doesn't end. No one knows where the ground is. It's like the ground is a myth, right? So the people here are just trying to get out of this wall situation. And this guy is trying to make a living. And also at the same time, I guess, fight off all the alien baddies that exist in this space. So yeah. That's it. It's not a very deep game. It's just like mine some gems. Like incremental but very long term, you know? It's a really just like play at your pace type of game. There is lore apparently, though to be very, very honest, I haven't really paid much attention to it. The lore. I just find it very relaxing to mine gems. Yes. Every single person craves interest in the mines, okay? Like it's just a thing that you will find when you go outside. You'll be like, yeah, every single child craves the mines. I am not a child, however, I once was. Yeah, it's called Wall World. It's pretty fun. It's like, I think some people said it was like Core Keeper. Although I cannot say anything about that because I've never played Core Keeper, so... Let's get some... Oh, okay. This is interesting because, like, I want to get more upgrades for the machine gun. Because that's also super important, but... I'll get the damage from the bullets. I don't have enough of the iron shit, so... Oh, the most I can do is get this, actually. Or I could get repulsors, which is... I don't know. Oh, let's get... Let's get a stabilizer for our drone system, shall we? Hahaha. Take Terraria, take Minecraft, take Sanabi, and boom, this game. I have no idea. Honestly, I don't think it's like Terraria, mostly because there's not a lot of the, like, making stuff kind of thing. Like, it's kind of just like, oh, you have a tech tree that kind of works. Oh, lovely. That was quick. That was so quick. What? That was maybe too quick. I was surprised that it was this quick. I'm gonna just break this so that I can move around faster. Yay! This guy moves so freaking slow. Oh my god. It's actually like agonizing making him move. Because he's just so slow and you're like, please go faster. Your whole like thingy is gonna like blow up or something. Okay, nice. We're just trying to find as many gems from this area as possible. Because, like, the goal is just to stay for as long as possible. You know what I mean? And there's apparently lore, but honestly, every single time I read it, I'm just confused. Minecraft for the gems, and also choose Stardew. Yeah, I guess Stardew is one. A good one, too. Yay, we got a stake thrower. Honestly, that one is probably the worst one to have, too. A stake thrower is, frankly, in my opinion, useless. Every single time I play this game and I get the stake thrower, I'm just like, why do you exist? What is your purpose other than agonizing me? So, right, where was I in my story? Right. So I finished my lunch, which was delicious. Well, I guess it was my first lunch. First breakfast? I can't decide. Second breakfast? First lunch? You can say that probably sounds about right. R. Okay, we're gonna go up. Because what I want to do is just get to the next mining site and then just dock here while this thing happens. And then we're gonna get rid of this guy. Because she is like really freaking annoying. Wow, that is very... Yes, thank you. That was unnecessary and slow. But I will take it. I do want to upgrade the stake thrower, but like I really do want to upgrade something. So I'm going to upgrade the machine gun first. And then hopefully we get enough gems so that we can, you know, get some more upgrades soon. Okay, there's something over here. Ooh, microchip. Lovely. Exoskeleton. Yes, 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 yes. I needed that. So, I finish my lunch and then I go to my my next class, which is an elective. Like, I'm not getting graded for it. I just decided to go and attend this class because I was interested in the content that was being taught. And it's about synthesizers, and I swear to God, like, I freaking love and adore this teacher to death. He is like the nicest person ever. He is so sweet. And all of my teachers are so nice and I love them so much and they're just so cool. Like all of them, like, okay, my teacher is genuinely, and I mean genuinely, like one of those people who is like monumental for the industry. Not in the way that he made history kind of way, but like he is so ingrained in the current industry that everyone who knows him would be like, oh yeah, I know that guy. You guys don't understand what it looks like to be getting taught by somebody who is literally like a master in their field or considered a master. Like, here I am trying to learn from him. My guy is like the coolest person alive, okay? That I know, and he knows like so many people, and he's like learned from so many cool people, and he's like been in the coolest places and is still being in the coolest places. So like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like all around super great guy, super nice teacher, and frankly, perhaps I would even say, like, I've never met a teacher who's been this chill and like been this like normal with his students. He's just like, you know, he's what you would expect in a teacher, but even cooler. Like, even cooler. I don't know how else to explain it, like, other than, oh my god, he's just so cool. Anyways, so I attend his class and it's about synthesizers, and we're playing with one of the Make Noise systems, which is just a synth company. The name of the synth company is Make Noise, and they make these modules for like people who use synthesizers and analog ones especially to use in their like projects and shit. So he is teaching us because this is the school like system that, you know, that they learn on. And it is genuinely, I was like, first of all, I'm not, like, I have zero knowledge about synthesizers before this. Like, I understand very, 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 very little about them. So I'm really delving into an area that I have never really thought much of or known much about before. Right? So it is actually new information. So I was already feeling like, oh no, I'm actually gonna have to like go work hard to learn shit. Because this whole time I've been sort of coasting through all of my other classes because I know a lot of the stuff that is being taught. So I don't feel the need to work that hard because even when I do work hard, I am far ahead. Even if I don't work hard, I'm far ahead of everyone else around me. And so it's fine, it works out. I know it sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm really not. I really wanted to be feeling more challenged. And so that's why I've been seeking out more classes, right? I've been like, oh, I want to, you know, feel challenged, so I gotta go find something that will challenge me, which was going to a whole new class that is totally not, like, I know nothing about. And I've been going to these classes for the past 2 weeks since the semester started because I asked the teacher if I could, and he was like, sure. See, such a good guy. Like, I swear to God, like, he's so amazing. And I mean that so literally. Like, he is just such a good teacher and he's such a nice guy. Like, like, genuinely, what a nice person. I do not know how else to explain it because, like, I'm just impressed at how nice my teacher is. Nothing else. 200%. Ooh. I can't buy anything else, but let's just wait for the next wave of... Wait, I can go and get, like, more gems. Right. I've left so many here. Yay. I can buy something else before some, like... You know, of course, something must go wrong, as it does. Can we buy something from here? No, okay. I'm gonna get one more of these. Okay, nice. And we're waiting for the stupid thingies to come back. So, I attend this class. The reason why I'm mentioning this class is because I need you guys to understand I don't know anything about synthesizers. I am frankly probably like extremely unpracticed in this discipline and know nothing about it. Right? I've just been doing whatever. Before this, and I've really been interested in sound design for a while, so I've been wanting to, like, what's the word that I should use? Like, I've been wanting to explore it more. My actual, like, head professor, like the guy who oversees all of my work, also has been delving into modular synthesizers in specific for the last 10 years. So he was also kind of an inspiration as to why I suddenly decided to, you know, go and do some synth stuff. But also just because I'm generally interested. But both of my professors are absolute sweethearts and all. And so I was like feeling very okay with just going and putting myself out there in a space where I genuinely know nothing. I don't normally put myself in places where I know nothing. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Frankly, I love being the one who knows nothing. Because that gives you the opportunity to learn so much more. But, like, literally all of last year, I have felt like I know too much, right? Like, I am not unpracticed enough. It helps me in my work to know this much, but, like, you know, like, everyone knows that you know so much, and so they treat you differently. It's kind of just what happens. Okay, let me go back out, because I have so much stuff that I genuinely just need to, like, offload some of this. Ah, I'm full. I am full in my things. Huh. So yeah, like I was really excited to get into this class, and I'm so glad I did, because once, like, I genuinely, okay, this genuinely is kind of bragging, I think. I did not realize, okay, how, like, what is the word that I should use that won't make me sound like a complete and utter asshole? I did not realize that my learning ability was this terrifying. Because while I was sitting there today, learning about this new machine that I've never actually touched before. I've seen it because, you know, the teacher showed it to us before we really got into it. Like the class. But, you know, like, genuinely, very honestly, I've never actually been in close contact with a physical synthesizer, much less like a digital one, like an analog one. I don't even know what I was doing there. And then I sit there and he's explaining all this stuff and I'm able to connect the dots and make sense of things. And I am understanding what's going on. I don't know why that was such a surprise. Like, it should not be, right? Like, it's not that big of a deal that I understand what's going on. Because it's like fairly obvious that I am a musician and therefore will understand some things that are going on. But when I tell you that I was able to connect dots faster than I thought I ever would, and I was like, oh, actually, I understand what's going on, and somehow I'm continuing to be the first one who answers all the questions the teacher's asking. Like, if he's like trying to encourage you to be like remember some shit that he was discussing last class, somehow I know what he's talking about. And when he's asking, oh, what's this, I remember. The way I was like, okay, I know I'm not a terrible student because I have been doing this, right, for a fairly long time. Not just as a student, but I'm just a curious person and have a decent memory. Like, I know I sound like I forget everything, but that's like, my brain has a very strange way of deciding what is relevant information and not. And when it's not relevant, it will get like stored somewhere else. Basically, my brain's like, okay, if it's not relevant, let's just not remember it for the moment. When it becomes relevant again, I will help you remember. You know, my brain's very nice to me like that, because it's like, oh, if it's not relevant at the moment, it's not necessary to remember it. When it does become relevant again, you'll remember it because I've not actually forgotten. I'm just storing it when it's not necessary to have it in the front of your brain. Now, I used to believe that everyone thought this way, and I've been proven very much wrong. And I've been told that my memory is actually terrifying because I remember shit that apparently no one's supposed to remember. I don't know. That one I don't believe as much because I'm just like, okay, this one I just feel like there's ways that people process things and it's different for everyone. So for me, processing information like this makes the most sense. And like my brain has just arbitrarily decided what information is important and / what is not. So like it's not really my fault that I don't remember stuff, okay? Or stuff that everyone deems important somehow that isn't at the moment. Like, oh my god. I am not making much sense because I'm trying to kill this stupid bug monster. Okay, nice. F. Let's upgrade some stuff. I want to upgrade my suit a bit. Ooh, buy. Oh, I don't have any more. Oh, that sucks. Anyways, so the reason why I'm mentioning this is because we were actually using the synthesizer today, right? Like we're patching cables in. We're trying to like learn how to do stuff on it. And when I tell you that even though I was completely lost from the very beginning, like I genuinely felt like I've never touched this, I don't actually want to ruin it. And he kept reassuring everyone like, hey, you're not gonna break it no matter what you do. Like this thing has been here for 10 years, it's gonna be sent for an overhaul soon. But like, no matter what you do, this system is designed in a way that you cannot break it, okay? So I was like, okay, I am reassured, let me just do this thing. I swear to God, my classmates who are doing this stuff all the time, like, right? They're playing with synths, they're using them, they're trying to, like, they know way more than me. This is not a brag. I was actually baffled by how this was happening. Somehow I knew the answers, and if they did, they were saying them, okay? Like, we're looking at a diagram and trying to patch a synth. It's really, like, I don't know anything about this. Genuinely. Like, I was actually just, like, confused at what every single cable color meant. And it was all the same cables. There's no actual meaning. I was assigning meaning to things that weren't actually, like, they didn't have any meaning. Unless, you know, you have your own personal system and therefore you can choose to do whatever the heck you want. But I know I learned really well. Like, new things, I don't find them particularly hard to learn. I have a very good learning ability. But today I really did feel like, I feel like I'm a little bit terrifying when I'm come to learn things I'm curious about. Because like, what do you mean that I know what this is now? It has been like 2 weeks of me not even actually reading about it. I got the book and I was like, oh, I should read it. And I read maybe like 10 pages before I was like, I have other stuff to do at the moment, and unfortunately that's gonna have to take priority. And so like, I actually was surprised. This sounds like a brag, because low-key, it kind of is. It kind of is. I'm not lying when I say it feels like I leveled up quietly. When did that happen? I don't know. I wish I knew what to tell you. I do not freaking know how that happened in the first place. I am so surprised at how somehow I've like learned how to do all this stuff that I didn't think I would know. In my world, what I first it is to be a lover girl. Okay, we're in the jungle biome. I don't know what that is, honestly. I've never been in the jungle biome. Couldn't tell you even if I tried. Okay, lovely. Oh. Oh. Lovely. Okay. So yeah, that was the second class of the day, and it was already like turning out to be pretty like intense in the sense of there was a lot of extra work that I was mentally doing because patching cables for the very first time, honestly not for the faint of heart. I swear to God, I had like a moment where I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm scared I'm gonna break someone's like, I'm gonna fry someone's head off. Because that shit requires a fairly large amount of power, and it literally feels like you're like playing wizard. And you're playing evil wizard. And my teacher is like super easygoing, but like God knows I do not want to test a person's brain who's super easygoing. Like the more easygoing someone is, the more you know, like if they get angry, you're like done for. You're gonna like, you know, you're gonna like be blown up essentially. So yeah, I don't have much to say other than I am terrified by myself. My own learning ability has surprised me this time. I didn't think I knew how to learn this well. Or like, I can say with confidence, I didn't think that I learned this quickly. Like, I know I have a fairly short learning curve in life, but I learn things fairly quickly, but I didn't think that it was gonna be this quick. You know what I mean? Like, it just felt like it didn't take that long, because it did not. It was 2 weeks. Like, very literally, I have perhaps, frankly. Okay, let's get some upgrades going. Anything? Anything? Nothing? Oh, I don't have... I see. So you can avoid this and then play on for a bit longer. This is like, I always thought in the beginning when I was playing this game, I thought that like this meant it's the end of the run and you're just gonna die no matter what you do. And the answer to that is, frankly, no, that's not what's gonna happen. You're gonna be able to keep going if you want. Like, as long as you... Oh, ow, ow, ow. That hurts. You can hang on. Like, this thing goes away after a while. Okay, I think we'll make it. I can't tell if we will or not. What is happening? Why is it not over? I thought it was like 3 of these and then it gets over. Ow! No! It hit me and now my Robo Spider was destroyed. Anyway, so after that class, which really like, oh my god, I was so happy. After that, I was literally smiling all the way up to my second after lunch snack situation. Because, okay, giving you guys a timeline, I wake up at 6, right? On Fridays, I try to wake up at 6, but max I'll wake up by 6:30. I go to school, and from 9 to 7, I am in campus. Like, maybe in the middle, there will be an hour or 2 hours. There might be 2 hours some days, but most of the time, it's like 2 hours divided in 1 hour each. And that's for, like, lunch, and it's like a little break. And I get to, like, take some time to myself and just, like, digest, right? But it's a very long day. It's like 10 hours. It's not for the faint of heart, and it certainly is not for somebody who cannot like keep their energy up throughout the day. And the last class of the day is 3 hours long, and it requires a shit ton of energy because it's my performance class. And not only does the teacher expect you to like give feedback and stuff, but also that I fully expect myself to keep my energy up throughout the whole thing, especially during my performances. When there's multiple of, sometimes it's just one, most of the time it's just one. But my point being, like, it's fairly difficult to like keep your energy up if you're not fed well. And on Fridays I tend to take food from home because it's just easier. I don't have to go looking for what I want to eat, and I don't have to go looking for snacks. It's easy because I've packed shit for my stuff, and if I'm still hungry I can always buy more stuff. Anyways, so my second like after lunch my snack before my last class of the day was a guava that I had like cut up and put in a box for me to eat when I, after my like synth class. So I eat my guava, right, and I'm like ready to head off to my like rehearsal, which was an hour before my class started. We were just doing a quick rehearsal for a song, because we were like, oh, there's like harmonies in this and we're not the best, me and my classmates, at harmonies. I can be honest about that. I do not think I'm the best at a harmony. I really need more practice. If I could find other people who would let me try stupid harmonies, and like, even by myself, I feel like it's not the same as when you sing with someone else, but sure as hell, like doing it at least to your own voice still gives you some good ideas of how to apply some harmonies that you already know. But so we're going and we rehearse, and then like, I'm ready for class. I go to class, I do my performance, get a bunch of feedback for it, for like writing and like singing and whatever. And then I come back home and it's already like 7:30 and I'm exhausted. But I was so happy because today was such a good day. This is why I love Fridays, because they just seem to be like sources of endless surprises. Funnily enough, my professor was like, so for whatever reason, this is like the fourth time in total that this has happened, but the third time in the past 3 weeks that this has happened, that one of my professors saw me at the bus stop that I usually take to get home, and they were also taking the same bus stop. And so we're like standing there, we get on the same bus, because honestly we live in the pretty much the same neighborhood, maybe about 10 minutes walking off each other. So like I was just like, oh, like since he's like, since my professor's getting on this bus, I might as well, even though I normally take a different bus to get home. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. Like I got on the bus, I go and get off at a stop that would like lead to my house, as long as I walked from it to my house. And it was like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it doesn't matter. It was not that long of a walk. I actually really like walking. So this worked out well. But I was talking to my professor and I was like, dude, why are all of my teachers so nice? Like, God knows, like, okay, I already say this a lot, but I feel very, very, very lucky that I am surrounded by people who not only are like super knowledgeable and super cool, but also are like such kind, gracious, and all around fantastic people, because why are all of my teachers so nice? And I was asking him, I was like, hey, do you think I could join other like classes that are like not required in my like, you know, in my syllabus and shit? And he was like, well, I mean, you can ask the lecturers that you want to attend classes off. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm gonna do that. I will send an email to one of my other teachers to see if I can sit in on some of her like theory classes, because I'm like super interested in it. And I would really like to see what's up there. And like, I genuinely do believe that it helps if I can sit in on some of those classes, because I'm learning so much from this synthesizer class. Things that I've like honestly never really thought that deeply about before. And now I'm like really considering like, how do I implement and use this in my own work? Because like, I've really wanted to delve more into sound design for a very, very long time. Like, and when I say long time, I mean like for the last, I think 4 or 5 years, I've been thinking about, oh, I want to learn more about sound design. Oh, I want to do more with sound design. But I never really know what it, like, I never really knew what it is that it takes to get you in the door, right? Like, what is the right method? Or what is it that you need to do? Like, what do you even look for when you're thinking about sound design? I've always thought it was just like finding sounds, not creating sounds. And only recently have I discovered, like in the last 2 years or something, where I've been like, oh, it's about creating sounds. Like, sound design isn't always just finding the perfect sound for a situation. It's like, you have to like create the perfect, and that is so interesting to me. And so I've been like, oh, I really want to, and so I took the opportunity, and it works out. It works out. And the same vein of thought, I was sitting in the back during my performance class. I never do that. I always end up sitting in the front because I like how it feels to watch the performance straight up, right? I don't think I mind sitting in the back. It's just like, I swear the performance sounds different. Like in the front, it's a lot more like full power in your face. In the back, it's kind of like, you really do feel if they're not doing that well, it will translate because you don't hear jack shit. But the reason why I was sitting in the back, even though I've been sitting in the front this whole time, like all throughout year one, and I was like literally for the last 2 weeks as well, but this week it didn't happen because, well, the year ones took over the front seats, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to go and like pull up a chair in front of them as if I'm asserting dominance, mostly because I don't really care enough about them to do that. So I sat in the back with my friends, and oh my god, like, I realize why I've subconsciously been not doing that, because it's so easy to get distracted. Even though I was paying attention while people were performing, the second that turns off, like the second the performance turns off, like I swear to god, my brain flies away to listen to what other people around me are saying. Regardless, I talked so much that my throat was so dry by the end, and I'm so tired, genuinely, but like in the best way possible. I feel euphoric. Also, because this is where things start to get funny. I was talking to my friends, and one of them was sick. So we were just sitting there, and like, we were chatting, and I was asking about her like EP I was like, oh, when is it gonna release? Please tell me, like, I want to listen to it. And she was like, so it was gonna release like at this time, and then at this time, and then at this time, and it keeps getting delayed, which is so normal. Like literally when you're doing like a self-produced EP, it's so easy for shit to get delayed, because even if you're doing it with other people, it's easy for stuff to get delayed, especially when you're doing it with friends or like collaborators, where you're not paying them to do it for you. Like, you're not paying them to like produce shit or make stuff in time, where like, you know, they have to be on time because they're being paid for it. When it's self-produced, it's so easy for it to be like super delayed from like the original date that you thought things would be at to what they are, like, and it's like, it's been like 4 months and you still haven't released anything. It's so normal. And I was like, yeah, that's what happens. And she was just like, yeah, like literally the sequel to one of my most favorite games came out before my EP released. And I was like, oh, Silk Song? And she goes, what the heck, you know Hollow Knight? Now, mind you, it's not that I've ever hidden that I'm a gamer. I don't talk about it, because like most of the time when I'm with like specific groups of people, I'm talking about specific things with them, and it's not really just whatever, you know, like talking about anything random. And it's like, I know they know that I stream, But like I guess they don't remember it. Not that I expect them to, honestly. I feel like I don't remember telling them, so like it could be I never told them, so they wouldn't know. But I swear I don't hide that I'm a nerd at all. Like I'm so classically a nerd. I'm a bookworm. I read like all the time, even in like literally last week during this class I pulled out my iPad and was reading while like other people were setting up. So you can tell like I'm such a freaking nerd. And I'm proud of it. And like I've never hid about the fact that I talk about games, I talk about manga, I talk about anime, I talk about K-dramas, I talk about manga, like literally anything that you can think of, I will talk about it if it's in like in the nerd sphere. There's a few like franchises that I don't know much about, like I'll say Star Trek, Star Wars, Pokemon. I don't know much about Pokemon. I cannot. I just don't. I feel intimidated to go into it. Like One Piece, I'm trying to get into it more. I'm watching the live action. I watched the first season. I'm waiting for the second one. It's a lot more easier to follow because it's not 10 seasons long with a gajillion episodes. I swear, I tried watching the first season. It's not that I didn't like it, it's just that it's so long. I genuinely don't know if I can watch the whole thing up until like season what? Is it now 15 or 16? I don't know. But the point is, she was like, oh, you know Hollow Knight? And I was like, yeah, I'm playing it right now. Like, recently. So I sent her a text message. After I came home, I was like, hey, would you want to hang out the next time I play Hollow Knight? And just like, oh, like, I mean, like, via Discord, like, we could just, you know, sit together and while I play Hollow Knight and we just chit-chat and have fun. And then I was like, oh, but if you want to come over to my place, that's also fine, I'll feed you. The thing that I'm trying to get at here is, honestly, life is so weird. And you should just go for it. I tend to go headlong into every single decision I make. I just like jump into it. I'm like, there's no looking back. There's no point. I cannot change the past and I cannot change anything than the very moment that I am in. So I just choose to like always keep progressing forward and always trying to do what I want to do with the best of my ability. And this is like, I wanted to sit down and just like have fun conversations with the same people that I'm talking about right now. And most of the time we end up talking about music or our juniors or our classmates, whatever. You know, like it's those things, and I'm like generally interested in their life, so I do hear about their like normal, like some gossipy stuff about their lives, their love lives, whatever. But I swear to God, like it's been a while since I've been like, let me just ask someone. I'm straight up stuttering right now because of how tired apparently my voice is, but it's been a while since I've just straight up asked someone, and ideally, it's not even, if she says no, that's the worst that could happen. She's not gonna be like, oh my god, Mew, how could you be a gamer? She's not gonna say that. No one is gonna say that. So there is no reason for me to be scared of that. Which is why I decided, you know what, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna go crazy. We're just gonna ask, and hopefully she agrees, okay? Guys, manifest that she agrees, because the next time I play Hollow Knight, then we can hang out. I don't know if she'll, like, want to be heard on stream, but... Or if she even realized that it was a stream, because I didn't say it. If she says yes, I'll be like, like, it's actually a stream, so, like, if you don't want to be heard, that's completely fine, but, like, we still get to chill and hang out. Which is super fun! I love hanging out with my friends. In more casual settings, I feel like it's even more fun. I want to eat pizza. I wanted that all day. I have thought about getting pizza. You guys know a bit too much about my private life. I should stop revealing so much. I feel like it leaves nothing to suspense. Oh my god, my voice sounds so tired. I can feel it. Oh, so I got home and I was so hungry because the last thing I ate was at like 3:30, and by the time I got home it was 7:30. So it had been like 4 hours. Oh my god. It had been like a good... No, wait, it wasn't even 3:30. It was like 2:30. 5 hours. It had been 5 hours. And I was so hungry. Guys, I cannot tell you how hungry I was because I was actually starving. I was walking home from the bus stop that I got off at. I was just like, oh my god, should I just stop and eat somewhere? Even though like I genuinely all I wanted to do was go home, drop my bag on the floor and lay on my bed. That's all I wanted. So once I got home, I shoved like I put my bag down, I lay on the bed and I was lounging and I was like, I'm so hungry. What do I eat? I open up my delivery app, right? Like I'm like looking for what do I eat? What do I even eat, right? Why is it not loading? Anyway, so I was like, oh, what should I eat? What should I eat? And I'm looking for things. And when I tell you I couldn't find anything, like I was like, nothing sounds interesting, and I was like, oh, what can I cook? And I was thinking of, oh, what food do I have that is at home? And I was like, okay, the only thing that I feel like I can muster up the energy to actually cook is just guess what it was, guys. I'll tell you, it was instant noodles. I had a pack of ramen for my dinner today. It was so good though. I had it with like 3 dumplings, frozen dumplings, so good. I really liked the frozen dumplings, they were delicious. Lovely. Wow, we got some stuff. What we need is like a better drill. Frankly, this drill is killing my vibes. My flatmate is back home. I just heard her open the door to something, or her room probably. But yeah, so I had instant noodles and they were really good. And I watched the last 2 episodes of Wednesday. Which, okay, I had some thoughts about that. Why are they so hell-bent on making there be another season of this? Not that I don't like it, okay? Very honestly, I think the show is great. There's nothing particularly wrong with it or anything of the sort. It's just... Okay, the reason why I say this, right? It's because why would you leave it off in such a strange and genuinely not pleasing manner? I swear to God, like I had a moment where I was like, huh, like it's on a cliffhanger, you know, there's gonna be something about her aunt in the next season. Like it's a good point to stop, by the way. I just feel like first of all, their episodes are stupidly short, right? Like every single like so every single what's the word? Every single season has been very focused. But they're short seasons. They're only 8 episodes long. It's not like they have them on like a weekly release basis that the thing gets stretched out to 8 weeks instead of just like being, you know, a few weeks long and then you're like whatevering it. It's interesting that they continue to use this tactic for a show that is so prolifically wanted by today's enthusiastic people, of the people who enjoy this type of media. I don't know. I don't get it. They could have made the season longer. I would have preferred if this whole storyline, right, with this, you know, the hide and like the zombie and stuff, and also her aunt and stuff, were all one season. I say this because I've been noticing the same thing over and over with shows like Wednesday, especially on Netflix, with their whole like, what's the word that I should use, with their philosophy of having like these 8 episode seasons that make them feel like a very short show. They end up like diluting dissecting the storyline in a way where it would have made more sense if it was one season, because it's like concerning the same antagonist. Like, you know, guys, remember when Winx Club used to have one season and it had one antagonist, and that was the thing, like that's what you would expect. And I'm like, okay, we're like dealing with the same like person with different like more and more influence than before, and they have more power than before, like XYZ, yada yada yada. You know what I mean, right? Why is it so forced into being what's the word that I should use? Why cut it short? Why not make these 2 seasons into 1 season? In fact, I'll do you one better. Make the 3rd season a part of this as well, because it is literally the same antagonist. Like, that guy is not dead yet. Which is spoiler. He does not die. Spoiler alert, guys. He manages to live. Not by choice, I imagine, but live regardless. It's interesting that they continue to do it like this, as if it's like the thing that everyone would want in the first place. Like, I cannot imagine anyone seriously wanting this for a show that is that has so much potential. That's the only way I feel like I can say it, because it's true. Like, I do not understand. You know what I mean? Oh no! I just accidentally did that. What the heck? I just feel like it's such a shame. It really does feel like that, by the way. I'm not kidding. It's just so sad. Also, side note, I've had weird cramps all day, and I think they are either from like not eating enough or just general exhaustion. So this stream isn't gonna be super long, just a little bit longer than, say, like an hour. So we're almost at the hour mark anyways. I'm hoping that like the stream can go on for an hour and a half, because I didn't want to not stream, even though, as I said before, I am exhausted. Like, I've had a long day. And this game is fun, don't get me wrong, but, you know, streaming requires a lot more energy than you think. Like, there's a lot of effort to be put in engaging with people. Those guys are just so annoying. Like, imagine how long it would take them to, like, actually get to my... to, like, you know, break shit for me. Okay, let's go. Nice. Nice. Lovely. Yeah, so basically, like, super long day, super exhausted, and I would really like to sleep in tomorrow, so I have plans to go get vaxxed. I made an appointment for myself. God, I missed going to the salon, so this is my earnest attempt at, I suppose, going to the salon. Breaking these bricks still gives you the currency that you eventually need to, like, make upgrades to your, like, vehicle in the first place that are not temporary but permanent instead. And that is the only reason why I even go this far to, like, open these up. Also, surprises like this, I suppose. Like, would you look at that? Okay, let's go back before the alarm sounds and then all the bugs come running back. Okay, let me just get some improvements. Okay. Oh my god, my like rotation speed is so slow. Like, look at that whole crowd, freaking hell, bro. What even? Yay, we did it. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Lovely. Oh, yay! Okay, this is so good. Okay, we freed up some area, space. Okay, I think we can just collect and then be on our way out. Okay, nice, nice, nice. But yeah, this game is super nice. I don't really know what I'm saying because I'm like half asleep. I know I told you guys about a lot of stuff right now, but like, I swear to God, I am, I am half asleep, okay? I am barely alive. I do not know how I have still stayed up at this moment. Because I swear to God, I was like so close to just falling asleep throughout the rest of the day. Um, Especially when we were in the synth class, because that room, first of all, for whatever reason, um, all the students like to keep that room super like dark and like very moody is the only way I'd like to say it. So it was like all like pitch black with like small like teeny freaking lamps that are giving it like this awesome mood. But I swear to God, that would literally put anyone to sleep. It's so quick. Nice. Okay, I'm literally gonna die at this rate. Like, quicker than I'd like to die, thank you. Very much. Like, this seems a bit rude, no? Breaker generator. I don't know what this is, but... So yeah. It's been like really fun today. But at the same time, it's just so exhausting. Because, you know, like I said, pause the game for a bit. I'm gonna take my headphones off because they're now just getting on my skin. Like, in my skin. My ears are kind of painful. I feel exhausted because I am. My face got all puffy after having ramen, and I can only assume that's because I didn't drink enough water today. Because even though I took a liter of water, I frankly maybe drank 3/4 of that and left like throughout the whole day. I know that's bad, but guess what? I was busy. I drank like a can of Coke in the middle, so like it's not all lost, just fairly difficult. Oh, what if we make the difficulty easy? Let's try that later. Anyway, um, so yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't really know how I'm still awake and standing at this very moment because it's like 12 a.m. and all I want to do is just go to sleep. I don't even think I'll do my like night routine. I think after this, I'm actually just gonna go and sleep. Like, night routine be damned, right? Sometimes you just gotta like say whatever to the rest of the thing and everything and just go to sleep. That's because that's how tired I feel right now. I feel like I should have started my night routine before streaming because like the water and stuff was already boiled. Um, Funnily enough, the song I wrote was still a good song. And all the feedback I got was actually really, really helpful because I genuinely never write harmonies for harmonies. And this was like a genre that required you to have harmonies to like be the signature sound. I feel like it got really, really close. But my teacher was like, our professor was like it got a bit repetitive. They're not terrible. They're just very, very, very like they start getting a bit too much after a while. And so I was like, oh, you know, in the beginning when I was writing this song and I figured out the harmonies, I was like, this is where I want to place them. They were very minimal. And I was like, maybe this is too little. And I was really, really worried my teacher would be like, that's not enough harmonies. Up it up, amp it up, you know, like go crazy. And I just don't really work with harmonies enough to be like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I can do this. Like, yeah, I can. I'm probably gonna figure it out eventually, but the road to be the take there is longer than a day, and that's the time I would have less than a day to give revisions and send it to my classmates so that they could rehearse everything. So that when we show up and, perform, it would be fine. Meow. Hello, meow. I meow back to you. That is my response to that. So yeah, it was really good advice though. Like it was really good feedback for writing harmonies, like, and some really good like feedback in terms of balance issues and stuff like that. I love how no, like literally half of my seniors and like my um even my professor was like, okay, so the issue is that because your harmony is one is so high and the other one is so low, one you can like either they're blanketing your main line or you can't hear them. Like I was like, oh, that's so wonderful. That's exactly what one would want when they've written harmonies for the first time. That one of them literally takes over the melody, the other one can't even be heard. Um, you're back. Welcome back. So yeah, it was really good advice. I'm not even pissed. I don't even feel any like I don't feel anything other than oh, I can improve and that's a good thing. I do not want to feel stuck in my own craft. Stuck on top is still stuck, guys. To be fair though, I feel like out of all of my classmates, I have the most developed songwriting skill. The reason I say this is because I saw what the other songs that my classmates were writing. This not that they're bad songs. They just don't sound as commercial and polished as mine do. And I think that's part of that is because I just listen to a lot more commercial sounding music. By commercial, I just mean really, really mainstream, by the way. I think all of them have like a genre that they favor more than a commercial sounding music. So like our songwriting skill differs like that, and it's a very cool difference. It's nice to know that I am surrounded by people who have completely different tastes than me. Because if we were all writing the same kind of songs, I feel like I would get really annoyed really fast. But I asked my teacher while we were in the bus. Oh my god, it was so awkward, honestly. Not like for my like this is another chill stream. Every single stream is like that. I talk a lot. That's like one of the main things I do in any stream, all streams. Anyway, so my professor and me were in the bus, and okay, he's like so nice. And I really felt like, okay, maybe I'm holding too much of a conversation because I'm sure we both just want a quiet commute back to our respective houses. Um, but since he did start a conversation, I decided to continue it. And then I asked him because the last semester of last year, he was like, "Oh, Mew, like I feel like you can work on your rhythm because sometimes you're just like really out. Like it seems like you don't really know where you're supposed to be sitting." And I was like, "Okay, I've never felt that way, but I will take it into consideration." More like I'm gonna listen to him because he's a goddamn drummer. He's insanely good rhythm. Like it's almost to the point where it feels like it's like pitch like perfect rhythm skills. Like how people have perfect pitch. I know that there are people who exist who have perfect rhythm. Like they're just born or like they train their ability so well that it's almost like nothing can surpass it. They are they're that good. Like I know because one of my other teachers like from 3 years ago told me about you know told me about people he'd met who had perfect something called perfect rhythm. Anyway, so my professor had told me this like last semester, and I had said I would work on it, and I've been steadily trying to work on it. I honestly don't think I've been doing much wise. Like I've been trying to do more like trying to keep myself in time with songs that I'm already singing, and it's working. And so I asked him in the bus, I was like, "Oh, do you think my rhythm has improved?" And he's like, "I haven't made any specific comments about your rhythm yet." So I was like, "Yes, I do feel like it has improved." And I was like, "Yes, I've been working so hard. I don't know how hard, but I feel like I've been working hard, so I must say it." To be fair, I have been working on it, but like very on and off. It's been kind of here nor there, but I'm glad to see that it was making a difference. Something's going right. Most things are going right. Me and my teacher and a bunch of other people in class were matching with the same exact colors too. Like we literally had the same pink and white theme happening across like multiple years. Um, oh my god, it was so funny. That was also like a I literally went like, oh my god, I win. Like I'm winning every single time. And my teacher went and he was like, oh yeah, you're a winner. You take the big win in life. And I was like, oh my god, my professor is the best. He's so sweet. He's like one of the nicest teachers I've had in a very, very long time. That being said, every single teacher, I know I've been talking about my teachers a lot, but today was a day with 3 teachers all in the same day. All people who are incredible, very like very, very smart and very, very good teachers. And all of them on the same day I have classes with. So it's a bit overwhelming in terms of like appreciation wise. I just think they're just such good people, right? Like they're like out here teaching me so much stuff that I didn't think I would learn, and stuff I thought I would definitely learn. Both ways. It's so good. I'm glad I'm like so thankful I'm surrounded with people in a place that really is making me feel like I'm so privileged to be around here. Happy, happy, happy. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing all day. Yeah, my face got super puffy after having ramen, and it was like I only realized it because when I went downstairs to get my like ice cream for my milkshake, I was looking at myself inside the elevator, and I'm looking at myself and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, wait, my face doesn't look right. And you might be like, Mew, what does that mean? What does that mean when you say your face doesn't look right? Because it looked like it was swollen. Like it was like really, really puffy. And I was like, huh? And then I was like, oh, it must have been the ramen. And I'm pretty sure I was right because ramen does make people puffy. Usually the day after, but I do feel like my lack of, what's the word? The lack of, like, enough water in my body would have accelerated how fast the salt was penetrating. Like, my skin and muscles and shit, so maybe that's why. There should be a third one somewhere here. Oh. Let's just do upgrades before we go further in. Ah? We don't have any? That is strange. Oh my god, I am rapidly losing. I learn something new about music every day. That's so good. Honestly, that's how it should be. You should be learning something new, even small things. Like, honestly, just small things every single day. I need repairs. 15. 15. Do I have more? I have enough for one more. Okay, let's just keep going. I don't have a lot of health, but I'll take what I can get. Ah! No! That was an accident. I just wanted to press on R. This game is good because it's like... I think I'll play until the end of this run. And then after that maybe like we can chat for a bit and then I will go to sleep. No, because I desperately need to sleep, y'all. You don't understand. I have not slept much in the past 3 days. You know what's funny? My teacher could have totally pointed out the rehearsal, like during a rehearsal which are supervised by a teacher, my professor. He could have totally told me about having the extra, like, it's too much in the harmony thing. Like, oh, he wasn't there. He wasn't there, guys. He was like, he left after listening to us, like, not even half of our song. Which was so funny. I thought he does that a lot. Like, my seniors were saying, okay, this is so funny. But they were like talking about how their rehearsal happens right after ours, and it's all supervised, right? My senior was like last week telling me that like our professor just disappeared. Like he was there for a bit and then he suddenly was not. You found a crypto key. Okay, lovely. I'm excited to see what that brings to us. Okay, let's get out of here. Because, you know, the Spideys are coming and we gotta fight them or whatever. Okay, nice. Die! Okay, nice. Let's do some upgrades so we can actually like move faster or something. Ooh, I don't have any. Oh, I don't have any. Okay. That's fine. Listening to other people's music is a good way to learn things, no doubt. Like, that's what we do anyways. But, like, I'm talking about performance-specific stuff. So, like, you know, having, like, people who perform for years give you, like, feedback on how to do better in your performances and what you could have, what could have, like, what went wrong and what went right. All of those things really make a difference in your overall, like, learning. Especially for, like, in a school setting, that's very much necessary, you know? So there's nothing wrong with learning from other people, but this is a very performance-specific context. Everything else, frankly, even performance on some level can be learned like, you know, through self, like, doing your homework and stuff, but, in this case, it's kind of like you're fast-tracking it because you're learning and you're performing every week. You're getting the experience as well as... Who the heck? Hi, I'm Ben. Hi, I'm Ben 2. Ben 2? What a strange name. Are you foreign? I don't know who the heck that is, bro. I just got some gems off of him. I guess that was a little bit of a surprise. I guess that's the programmer, I'm assuming. But yeah, like, super fun classes, honestly. Like, there's something so fun about, attending classes that are, like, they inherently make you think because... Ah! No, go back in. I wanna... Come on, fast. Okay, this is oh. Huh? What? How is that so quick? Nice. Wow, that was really quick of me. Holy shit, yo. What the heck? Suddenly I got really good at this. Is there anything I can buy from here? No? Okay. Like, I'm getting all this stuff, but trust me, like, I'm definitely not gonna be playing after this. Like, after this run gets over, which is very soon. So, yeah. Anyways, my teacher is like such a sweetheart. Like, God knows, like, we as his students honestly don't deserve him because we're so, like, low-key, we're so mean. Today, okay, I like to give feedback in these classes because that's the whole point. Like, I think, like, if you don't get feedback, there's literally no point to, like, being in this class because the whole point of, like, you know, going to these classes and getting all this experience is for the feedback that you're getting that's valuable because it's not only from your peers in an audience perspective and also from like an industry professional perspective, but also you have like teachers and stuff who are there to guide you and give you like very valuable insight into what you could be doing better, right? Anyways, so I like to give feedback is the rundown. What I want to say is, right? I like giving feedback in these classes and I'm like usually raise my hand and try to say something like that can be improved if there is something that needs to be improved and something that I already liked anyways. And today I was sitting at the back, so I felt really awkward. I didn't want to raise my hand too many times because I honestly never sit at the back. I just prefer sitting in the, like, you know, in the very, very front. It's fun. It's also like just a more immersive experience so that you can always see what the teacher's doing. Like the professor will come in the front to like do the feedback section of the whole like performance thing, where you know after you finish performing you get like feedback from your fellow classmates or whatever. We're gonna end anyways, so no, I'm gonna die. Nice, okay. Not bad at all. I feel like we might be able to last a bit longer, honestly. This thing honestly just lasts for as long as you want it to. Like, as long as you defeat the guy, like, it's fine. You're good. I think it's about, like, 3 or 5 times. Look, he's gone. You saw that, right? Like, it was that easy. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll do a little bit more, then I'll stop because I really just want to sleep soon. I meant when I said I want to sleep soon, like I'm not sleepy right now, but I assure, like, that's because I've been staying awake for a bit, but as soon as I'm done with this stream, I'm gonna pass out, I can tell. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically my whole day off. Not much else has happened, very honestly. I've been very like, whatever right now. It's been a long week. And like, my birthday's soon. I don't know, it just does not feel like I should have my birthday so soon. Like, it feels like it should take a few more days, right? Like, a few months at least. It does not feel real that I'm gonna be a year older. Not that that's really the big issue here. It's very easy to extend these because they're like not that difficult to like avoid the attacks and make sure your like vehicle doesn't completely go off the rails, I guess. Nice. Not bad at all. That was quite easy, actually. I think my spider's gonna die, so like let's just quickly see what we can upgrade before that. Cause like if my spider's gonna die anyways, I might as well like buy some shit for it, you know. Yay! Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna die. Trust in the power of I blew up. Trust in the power of I blew up. Okay. Why so happy, Ben? Can you imagine I also found a crypto key? Shut up. Here, look. How did you do that? It's been generations since we unearthed one. You just need to know where to dig. Oh, try not to get too full of yourself. Might be too late for that. That was a freaking cutscene. Wow. That's crazy. Honestly, I've not had a cutscene in a while. Like, that's I know it's not, it does not look like a cutscene, but it is. Yes, I'm sure I want to quit. Anyway, whoa, that was an accident, my bad. I didn't mean to switch to the starting soon screen. I'm just gonna talk for a bit more. My voice feels tired. I don't know why I'm talking this much, but can't help myself. Yeah. It's been a long day. And it's been a really good day. In fact, I would even go as far to say it's been a really good week. I don't know why I'm saying it like it was something that was not gonna happen or something that sounds unbelievable, but I usually have pretty good weeks. Like, overall, this week has been really chill. Very, like, study intensive, but I did all the stuff I really wanted to. Some stuff that I wanted to, but I didn't do. But that's just because I, one, was being lazy, two, had more pressing things on my psyche. Literally pressing down on me. Like deadlines for songs that I was supposed to write, for assignments, like this one. Next week is frankly not my song, so not my problem. Next week's song is my classmates, and of course I'm singing part of it, so I'm gonna be learning that on like Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, Monday is my birthday. I don't know what we're doing on stream. Perhaps just like a recap of how my day was, because I have plans and I'm excited to have them come to fruition. And maybe a little bit of, I don't know, I can definitely stream on Monday night because I don't have anything Tuesday morning until like 4 p.m. and I might stay up so I could go to JB to get a massage the next day. I know that sounds like crazy, but I really need a massage. My shoulders are dying. And that's because I've been like, I don't know, I don't think I've been sleeping super weird, but just, it's been a few months since I've gotten a massage. Like, I think what, it's been, wait, let me count, June, July, August, it's been 3 months. When I was at home, I literally got a massage every freaking week. To be fair though, that's because I knew I was gonna leave, like, in a few days. So I was like, let me take advantage of this to get my body as you know, like, as relaxed as possible. And it kind of worked. I haven't had like super terrible like shoulder pain or anything of the sort, so that's ideal. However, it's getting to the point where it's like starting to get on my nerves, very literally. Like, so I wanted to get a massage, and I was like, I'm not paying $60 for an hour when I can go to JB, pay like $20 and get away with nothing. Apparently the massage like places there, like all the spas and stuff, are also super nice, so it works out. That's if I am able to do that on Tuesday. If not, then I'll try on Wednesday, but who knows what might happen or not. I have no idea what I am planning to do and why I want to do this to myself. Because if I stream on my birthday, which would be at like 11 at night, and we would only be really celebrating for like an hour together, but an hour more than before, okay? I am baking myself a cake. I got like everything that I would when I bake myself a cake at home. my recipe is slightly different from the normal ones that you'd see if you searched up how to make a vegetarian cake without egg, or like how to make a vegan cake. Yeah, because first of all, I don't even eat, like, I'm not vegan, so having egg in a cake, it does not make that much of a difference to me. But when I bake, I don't bake with eggs because I don't really eat eggs often, so I don't really cook with them either. But yeah, my recipe is slightly different. I've been missing that specific cake or style of cake for a while. So I've been really like, oh, I really want to have some. And I'm so excited to have some. So I've been like, oh, I'm gonna have some. And I need to get like a cake tin. So I'm gonna go to Daiso tomorrow after my waxing appointment. I'm excited. Then I'll bake the cake on Sunday so I can cut it at night for myself at night, a Sunday night at 12 a.m. for Monday morning essentially. And that's the plan. And like I'll go to sleep, I'll go to class on Monday, then I'll go and have like my little nice birthday lunch by myself. I like eating out by myself on my birthday. Also on any other day. I just feel like eating out is such an underappreciated thing that people don't do enough. Like it's so much fun going out by yourself and eating. And then I have plans to go, like I said, to that French bakery and Korean bakery, all in vicinity of each other, so I can get some French macarons that are one of my favorite desserts. Maybe my favorite Western dessert. Cause like, okay, back home I like quite a few sweet things. I can't eat them that often, but I love them, so, you know, take that as you will. When I do get them, I gorge myself and completely almost make myself sick, which is super bad. Don't do that. That's why my mom doesn't... To be fair, no one in my family really eats a lot of sweets. Like, we're all really appreciative of desserts, but me and my mom don't eat that many sweets. My sister loves them, but because we don't get that many at our house. Like, she used to have a lot of chocolate in the middle, and then my mom tried to be like, hey, you're gonna lose your teeth like this, so she stopped having that much chocolate. So it's it's much more controlled in terms of her sweet tooth. Even mine, I used to have a really bad sweet tooth. I sort of said this story before, but I'll say it again. When I was younger, I was really like uncontrollable with my sweet tooth, and my mom used to keep like a whole drawer full of chocolates and other goodies and candies and gummies and whatnot for me and my whole family to have whenever we wanted. And I would frequently ask for some, and I ate a lot of sweet things like all the time, to the point where I got a super terrible cavity that had to be like my tooth had to be taken out. I remember that very well, because after that I stopped eating sweets for like 2 or 3 years. Like I just didn't eat anything sweet. No desserts, no sugar, none of that. Like I don't know how I did that, but I managed to do it enough so that my body was actually like, no more sweets ever, or like not in such, like not even in a normal amount. Forget about it type of stuff. And I abused that not privilege further by forcing spoonfuls of sugar when I used to like study and do homework, because there was like a hit of like energy to my system because it had so much sugar in it. It would just spike up and I'd get super nauseous after I was done doing that. Super terrible for me. Nowadays I just don't eat that much sugar. Like I think the most sugar I have is in like drinks. But that doesn't feel like... If I'm having Coke, it feels like a lot of sugar. If I'm having Pepsi or Sprite, it feels like a lot of sugar. But if I'm having Thumbs Up, it does not. I don't know what the logic is, but I just genuinely feel like Thumbs Up doesn't taste like it has a lot of sugar, even if it does. So, yeah. I don't get queasy when I have Thumbs Up, even if I feel like it's sweet. Like, I just don't. I think some of it has to do with the fact that I'm drinking it, so it's not as direct, like, on my tongue. But yeah, like this milkshake was kind of sweet, but not so sweet that I couldn't drink the whole thing. But even then I took like an hour and a half and I still have like maybe 2 slips left. And I made this before, like 5 minutes before I started stream. So maybe an hour and 45 minutes is more appropriate to say the amount of time would be that I've been drinking this, trying to finish it, and I still have not. Now you see what I mean, right? But yeah. So no one in my family really eats a lot of sweets. I don't know where this was going in the beginning, but that's the conclusion. Oh, it was about me eating desserts. I like a lot of desserts. I just don't eat them that often. Like, okay, there's this thing called a chum chum, which is like it's made from milk. It's made from cream actually, and it's like super sweet. It has saffron in it. There's like different flavors, but the one that I like are the ones that have saffron in them, and they're just so good. And whenever I get them, I eat like 5 or 6. Like I also, because it's just like if you're Indian and you're like in an Indian like family function event thing, forget if you leave without having like half of the sweets that are on the table, somebody's gonna crucify you if they catch you like that. And everyone in my family loves my mom, and by default that means they also love me. Like everyone in my extended family, like huge extended family, so like they'll show up and they will all hand shit to me because they're like, oh my god, you're this person's daughter, and I'm like, yes, that's my mom. And then they're like, you must have this XYZ sweet. Most of the time it's things I like, but if it's not, I'll just refuse them. I'll be like, oh, I don't actually like this one, and if you give me the other one, I'll eat it, because I'm a very obedient social creature. But yeah, my favorite one is from this like confectionery near my grandmother's house that she used to get from like almost every single week. Whenever we'd visit, she'd have some for me, and uncontrollable. I genuinely am uncontrollable near those. Like the last time I had was at my great grandmother's funeral. Great grandmother, great grandfather, either one of them. It was one of my great grandparents' funerals that was like a few months ago. And at the funeral they had this, and Indian funerals go on for like days. At least the ones that I've attended, some of them, I should say, specifically Hindu funerals go on for days. Rites are different depending on who you ask, but ours go on for about 13 to 15 days. And so I was there for the 13th day of the funeral, and I was there and they were giving me the food that you eat because you're supposed to, you know, like participate in sending off the soul or whatever. Look, I'm not fully clear on the logistics. No matter how many times I read the Purans, still not clear. Although I do like reading them because they are fun, but you know, whatever. I was on the 13th day and I ate like 4 of those. I swear I finished like half of a box by myself, and there were like, I don't know how many boxes were left, but like my aunt was very happy that I ate so many, because she was like, yeah, that's an obedient child right there. Look at her go eat like 4 or 5 or 6 pieces of this sweet thing that honestly you should probably not be giving 6 of those to me, but I have no self-control when it comes to that, because they're just that good, especially when they're from one specific confectionery. Like I am insane and I will eat all of it. That's why my grandma stopped ordering them for me. She would just be like, nah, it's fine, don't eat them. She's very health conscious, so she was just like, yeah, you know what, I'm cutting you off. I was very sad when I got to know that, but when I ask her, she gets them. So it's like, are you really saying no to me, or are you just pretending to because you wanna feel like you've like done your part? Either way, it doesn't matter. That, and I also love a good rasgulla. And there's like this, okay, it's like this one thing that comes from like my village, not village, my hometown, my grandmother's hometown, and they make these fresh and I love them to death. They're not that sweet, which is why I love them, and they're like super nutty and delicious, and oh my god, I don't know what they're called. Genuinely, I do not know what they're called. I've just called them brown sandesh my whole life because that's what I called it when I was a kid, and it just carried on. And whenever those get here, even though they're not that sweet, I actually can't have that many because they're very heavy. Like they like sit. in your stomach for quite a while. So whenever I have one, I'm kind of just like, okay. And they're made from lentils, so frankly they're quite full of protein, but they're also full of like ghee, so a lot of protein and fat, and like a decent amount of sugar, even if it doesn't taste like it. I'm sure it has, because I feel queasy every single time I eat them after I finish eating them, and that's definitely because of the sugar. And it's a more like recent in the last 8 to 10 years, instead of before that, where I used to like, they used to send a whole box for just me. My grandmother used to get a whole box just for me, and I would eat the whole thing in like over 2 weeks, because those things, they stay like for a while. If you put them in the fridge, they'll stay for even a month. They just didn't last with me. My mom would be very annoyed at me because she would want to like give them to family and friends, and I would have finished them by that point. Or I would have been like, I would have eaten so many, like at that point you can't give them to anyone because there's not enough for yourself. Nowadays I just ask my grandmother to send like 6 or 7, so a small box, and then eat those. I even got some in December of last year from home. I got like, I think 4 pieces, and I had them so happily here. I miss that. I suddenly want some and I don't have any. And honestly, nothing can replicate the ones that my grandmother sends from like the confection that is there in our hometown, like her hometown, I guess, more than mine, because mine is literally the city I grew up in, but hers is like the one that, you know, she goes to like every 2 months she'll end up back there for like a couple of weeks or months sometimes. Nowadays it's like they're living that retirement life, so they just like, they only come back to our, like, you know, my city, the one that I'm usually in when I'm at home, like once every 6 months. They'll show up for like a month and then go back, do their little social engagements, and then fly back and enjoy retirement, which is great. I love that for them. But yeah, super crazy that I am insane about some sweets, and other sweets I wouldn't touch with a 5-foot pole. Oh, I started I turned on the community feature. I honestly don't know what it does. I just turned it on because YouTube was like, you can have this thing. And I was like, sure. Let me at it. So yeah. I'm gonna start saying bye because it'll take like 15 minutes, and it's like it's been an hour and 45 minutes, so like let's wrap this up. I really need to go to sleep. I'm so tired. So I really appreciate all the love and support. My voice is gone. Thank you so much. My voice is seriously gone. Thank you so much for like hanging out with me while I played this game and rambled about my life. And hopefully that was fun, regardless of how random my rambling might have been, and frankly probably repetitive, because in my brain there's like one mew, and usually there's more than that. So right now that one mew is working very hard to make sure I stay awake while sitting here and talking to y'all. So she's literally mentally shaking me. I'm mentally being shaken. But yeah, this game is super fun. I don't think I recommend it to everyone. I personally think it's just a nice game to sit and chill to, because it like, even though it has the whole mechanic of you have to fight the monsters, if you like honestly it's really only in the beginning, because once you start getting some of those modules like the drone and there's like things like towers and stuff, then you can just sort of, it's like a mobile base camp. The second you put it down at a mining spot, it can kind of defend itself. So like after like a little bit more late game, sometimes you get lucky and you get them in the beginning, but honestly a little bit more late game, after your first wave gets over, it gets a lot more freer. So I only really recommend this game to people who are looking for this kind of gameplay where it's like sort of chill, like very like, I would say cozy, because it feels cozy honestly to me. Like it's just very repetitive and like loopy type gameplay. Like the gameplay loop is compelling. You can sit here and do this for like a good 3 hours. I would recommend it if you had the time. I do not have the energy to do so, or trust me, I would have played this game longer. I don't know why I thought I would have energy after this long day. Because like last week as well, I did not have that much energy. But today I think it's worse because I was much louder than I normally am. Because I was sitting at the back and I'm not used to speaking that loudly. Because if I'm at the front, the people who need to hear me can hear me pretty clearly. And from the back, it's like I have to be a bit louder so I make sure I'm heard across towards the stage. And we were honestly kind of just sitting in the back, and I don't think I did a very good job of drinking enough water before and after all of these things, so that's a whole nother topic of conversation. But yeah, it was still a really good day, and this is still a really good stream. Your cat is on your neck? Oh my god, I love that. I love cats. I was watching all these like silly cat videos. I sent some to my vocal teacher in school. Like I asked her specifically, oh, can I send you all these like cute cat videos on Instagram? Because she has 2 cats and they're both adorable, and she herself loves cats, so it's very funny when she sees my like cat videos that I sent her to come up on my page. And then she's like, she gets to see them. It's very funny. But yeah, always stay hydrated. Yeah, I agree. I should do a better job of that. My eyes are like seriously so dry. That's a serious sign. So I'm gonna speed up this buying process. I'm not buying anyone, I'm just saying bye. My tracking phone's also dying. Wow, this is all happening at such a good time. Wow. As soon as I decide I want to end stream, my tracking phone decides to die. Or sometimes it happens before, but you know. His name is Ash, but I see him as Pikachu. Honestly, that's so valid. Low-key, I feel like Ash just should have been Pikachu. He has the vibes for a good Pikachu, you know? Like, he has the sass and like the energy for it. Where I feel like Pikachu is like a child. Ash is a child plus with some sort of like fire in his eyes and hope in his heart type of stuff. I know enough about Pokemon to say this. I used to watch it when I was younger, but not a lot. It used to be like very like only if I had nothing else to watch, which was rare. Which is, you know, it sounds like, oh my god, how could that be rare? Pokemon was the cartoon of the time when I was like younger. But you'd be surprised. I was like watching things like Wizards of Waverly Place. I was watching things like The Sweet Life. I was watching Winx Club, a lot of Winx Club. I was watching all of these shows that I couldn't find on the other channels, so I would only watch those. Other stuff I watched was a lot of Barbie. I was on YouTube a lot when I was younger. It was like in its infancy, so I don't remember much of what I used to watch when I was younger, but I used to watch a lot of Bollywood films, which is weird because like I don't know who let me do that. Why not let me watch age-appropriate TV shows, you know? But instead of that, I used to also watch like a lot of Nickelodeon and stuff. Whatever was playing. Like, there's a lot of shows I've watched before that I don't remember the names of. But yeah. You have a lot of DVDs of Barbie? Oh my god. Mine were all like, I don't know where all of my DVDs are. I even want to like low-key re-buy a box set of the Barbie DVDs because I just love those films so much. I just love those films so much. Oh my, I like literally every single Barbie film. I think until like Barbie Starlight Adventure. Maybe even after that. Like, it's only the recent ones that I really don't care much about because I feel like the plot is lost on me. It's a lot more dumbed down. It's less like about the message and more about just, oh my god, Barbie has another friend whose name is Barbie. Oh my god. It's kind of like that. When the vlogs started coming out on YouTube like a couple of years ago, in the beginning they were just so good. The old vlogs were so good. Barbie Dreamhouse Adventures, amazing. Barbie Life in the Dream House. I don't know why I called it Dreamhouse Adventures when it was just Barbie Life in the Dream. That was such a good show. Like, whoever came up with that knew what they were doing. The Barbie vlogs, the beginning ones were so fun as well. Like, the TV show that released after the Barbie vlogs was also pretty good. The first season at least, or like the first one that they released. And then after that, it started devolving into like something that I wasn't like really enjoying as much, and it wasn't as fun because they were like whatevering it. It kind of felt like they lost the enthusiasm and drive that they had for Barbie, or like some of the old staff might have retired, so it felt very not grounded in Barbie legacy. I wish they would bring back the old animation styles and like the way that they used to plan these stories and the way that they used to explore them. Like, it's just not the same. I don't feel the same kind of like magic, if that makes any sense, because a lot of life lessons that I've learned early on in life have been through Barbie. I wish like that same kind of life lesson learning was happening with kids who are younger than me now, like kids of the now, kids who are like 7, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old right now. Because I used to started watching these when I was very, very young, like all the old Barbie films, and I had like so many favorite ones. Like, I love the Three Musketeers. I absolutely adore Island Princess. I think that's my number one other than Diamond Castle, okay? Like, Diamond Castle is my eternal number one. I just love them so much. Oh, Monster High too. I used to watch Monster High. I used to watch Winx Club. I used to watch Ever After High. I like did all the fun fairy tale vibes that I could find. I also watched the first Descendants when it came out, and then watched the second and third one, but then I lost interest after that. They're just not that good anymore. Oh, but Welcome to My Wicked World, the Descendants, like, Ever After High animated copy vibes that it was giving was also pretty okay. Barbie Video Game Hero is such a good one. It's so good. I've played so many freaking Barbie games. I used to have a Game Boy Advance, and I had like several different Barbie games, and I loved them so much. And I had a lot of Power Rangers ones as well, and I used to love those as well. It was so much fun. I can't find my Game Boy anymore, but if I did, I would have totally played it in front, like on stream, because they're just so good. I love a good Game Boy Advance moment. Yes, I know you meant Barbie Video Game Hero, but I just couldn't help mention the video games that exist that are Barbie games. Oh, but all the Flash games too. Like, I remember playing this Barbie style board game on Barbie.com, the very, very old version of it. Like, not the super first one, but in the middle they had this kind of newer Barbie.com that had all these really fun Flash games that were better than the ones that came after and better than the ones that came before. And then for whatever reason, that version of the site just doesn't exist anywhere. I can't even find it. I swear, I feel like I've dreamed it in a fever dream or something. But yeah, that was fun. They had this one like Monopoly style career game for Barbie, and it's like you could take so many careers, and it was so fun. And I used to play that game for hours. I was like obsessed with it. I hope that I'm not like literally like that was not like something I hallucinated, but so you have a Game Boy Advance, and a DS stuck in your attic, and you're too lazy to get it out. I say you should get them out because the games on those were so fun. Like, all the cartridges were so good, and I had so many. Good lord, I had like 5 Barbie games at least. I also used to play the PC version of Barbie Horse Adventures Oh my god, I love that game to death. I still do. I wish I could find a copy of it right now because I would play it. It's just that good. Um, but yeah, such good games. I used to play so many more games when I was younger. Like, I feel like I'm getting back to those roots of gaming now. Now that I'm older, like for the past 2 years that I've been streaming, I felt a lot more like, oh yeah, I've been gaming and I feel a lot more like I feel a lot more connected to myself. I don't know how else to say it. Like there's a part of me that has loved gaming for so long, and for the longest time I couldn't really play that many games, and once I came back to it, I cannot explain how much I freaking adore them. Every single game is just so much fun. Like I'm willing to explore genres and concepts I really wouldn't have thought of normally would be interesting to me, but then because I don't really know what's interesting anymore, because I used to play like clue finders and stuff like that. They were all super educational, but I used to have so much fun. All the puzzle games, all the like mystery solving, even the math somehow. But yeah, I had missed gaming, and once I came back to Genshin all the way when it was first released, after that it was like it's gonna be a fall. I'm gonna play more games. Even though I dropped like playing Genshin every single day, like the first 6 months, I was like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this every single day type of thing. It's too much work. But it is what it is. It's still fun though. I'm glad I'm going back to like gaming more and more somehow. Still, music's my first love. Wait, no, reading is my first love. Music's my second love, and gaming comes in somewhere on the list. So I didn't like Hollow Knight at first, same goes for its OST, but after a while I look back and honestly I love it. Yeah, exactly. You get it. Sometimes it's like maybe at that moment when you first decided, like when you first started doing something, you might not like it the most, but when you like leave it for a while and go back to it, I feel like you can form a different first opinion, because like now you have the opportunity for your brain to refresh its understanding of that thing that you maybe didn't like before. But for me, it's just like when I was younger, I just didn't play any of the more contemporary titles. I was fully only exposed to like the educational games. So they're the games that were made specifically for people to play so that they could learn more. I used to play a lot of those games and I was very, very obsessed with them. Like I used to play them for several hours every day. I think I'd played every single game that I owned at that point. That was like the clue finders I owned. Like I think I owned all of third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, and eighth grade. No wait, I don't think I owned the eighth grade ones, but I think I'm pretty sure I owned until sixth grade, and I think I played all of it like multiple times to the point where I'd memorized how things go, but somehow still managed to feel like I was being surprised by those games. They were just that good. Seriously recommend if you've never heard of Clue Finders to go look it up because they're really fun. And there was this other game that my mom got for my sister and me. That was like a more toddler version, and that was for my sister. And there was a more like pre-teen version of the game that I was playing, and they were both so fun. I miss those games actually. I wouldn't mind playing them again because they were just that fun. At least nostalgia wise, I feel like I'd still have fun. And yes, my tracking phone is about to die and it is hit the 2 hour mark, so I shall bid my final adieu for today at least. Oh my god, I seriously need to stop talking. Like after this, my mouth is gonna be fully closed. I am not gonna open it until the next morning when I've woken up naturally. Yeah. So yeah, take care of yourselves, eat well, sleep well, and you know, drink enough water. I'm looking at everyone and also me. I didn't do that. I'm trying right now, but it's proving to be a bit harder than I thought. And yeah, remember to always have fun in life. That's very important. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, you know? But fun is important. I will see y'all tomorrow for Singing Saturday. I am going to go and sleep now. I don't think I can keep my eyes open. So, bye-bye now. Mwah. My voice is so gone.